Is there something that you're not telling me? It's his stepson. He put his hands on me. Stop it, Daddy! Help me, Daddy, help!
What did you do to her?
Just brotherly love.
I didn't do anything.
Harry Gardino guest stars.
I believe Donna, you believe Tom, so where do we go from here?
Real stories, true confessions.
True Confessions, real people in real trouble. Weekdays at 11:30 on Channel 8.
Our subject is the coloring of black and white movies for profit. How do I hate thee? Let me count the ways. First of all, I don't think anyone has the right to obliterate another person's artistic creation. You know, they arrest people who spray paint subway cars. They lock up people who attack paintings and sculptures in museums. And adding color to black and white films, even if it's only to the tapes shown on TV or sold in stores, is vandalism nonetheless. The power of the stark black and white image is one of the great treasures of the movies. The late, great French director Francois Truffaut told me he never wanted any film of his movies to be in color. He was forced to because his films were financed in part by European television, which knew that color films usually draw higher ratings. But Truffaut told me that when he wrote the script of his movies, he never once mentioned color. It wasn't important to him, one of our great film artists. Now we're supposed to believe that some businessmen with computers are going to improve the movies? Ridiculous. But let's look at what they're doing. And when you do look closely at what they're doing, their work is even more insulting. First of all, there's a certain timidity about the colors used. Lots of pastels, as in this scene from the Cary Grant comedy, Topper. The coloring of Yankee Doodle Dandy is a visual mess, with some scenes where everything is awash with blue except the skin tones, which are the same for every actor. So much for the actor's individuality. And thanks for letting me know what your computer thought director Michael Curtiz wanted Jimmy Cagney's skin to look like. Flesh. Wow, what a surprise. The coloring is even more laughable in the classic It's a Wonderful Life, where the computer didn't care enough to color the background of the dramatic scene where Jimmy Stewart attempts suicide. That's right. At a great emotional moment like this, it really helps us to know that his sport coat may have been a gray tweed. Thanks a lot. Surely you get the point. Adding color adds needless information at critical times, and it can often soften the impact of a performance, as in Lionel Barrymore's classic villainous banker in It's a Wonderful Life. In black and white, he's a cold terror. In color, look at the difference. With a navy coat and a fleshy face, he's softer, less harsh, more like you and me. Yes, the dead Lionel Barrymore is pulled back from the grave through electronics to give a lesser performance. How dare they? Coloring also stumbles when the actors move. Look at the color bleeding in the scene from Yankee Doodle Dandy. Oh, why, you can hear the colorists complaining, did Jimmy Cagney have to move around so much? Why did he have to dance? Why was he such a great artist? And then there are the classic gaffes. Look at the scene of Frank Sinatra in the assassination thriller Suddenly. What's wrong? His eyes. Old Blue Eyes is back, all right. Look at this, as Old Brown Eyes. The process isn't perfected, obviously, but I don't want to even get into that argument because that argument's a trap. Yankee Doodle Dandy was photographed in black and white by one of the greatest cinematographers of all times, James Wong Howe. The film became a classic in black and white. Adding color isn't going to make it a better film, and even the people who own the coloring companies will admit that if you push them. It's just a process, as we said before, to make money from a new way of packaging great old movies.
You know, Gene, looking at those clips, one thing is very obvious. They start not with a blank sheet, as a color film does, but with a sheet that is already colored black and white. So they've got to find colors they can lay on top that will show up. And so they tend to pick, you can see it there, light blues, light greens, pinks, violets, yellows, colors like that. These guys in the 30s and 40s, Cagney looked like he was going out to commit murder. Colorized, he looks like he's going out to play golf. It's totally inappropriate. When we come back, we're going to ask a very basic question. What was so wrong about black and white movies in the first place?
Rosebud.